Minecraft ravines are dark, cavernous places waiting for the unsuspecting journeyman to trip, fall, and meet their doom. But what if they were teeming with life and civilization? Today, we are going to be exploring just that, so join me and my foxy friend Millie as we create a ravine home complete with a house, great hall, farms, and so much more. Let's do this. Another video, another day one. Now, this is looking kind of unusual since we are in a ravine, but we still need to do the usual, get some tools, some food, and a bed. So I could use this tree, but there is also a mine shaft, so I think that's not good. I think our best bet is probably to go up to the mine shaft, but really not sure how I'm gonna get past this guy. Okay, actually, this is probably the way. Look at that. We have dodged certain death. All right, we've got our tools. There is some iron here, so that's super lucky. I'm just going to grab as much as that as I possibly can right now. I'm not going to spend time smelting it because we do have to get a move on. But now we are in search of more of these guys so that we can create a little wall block and also make a bed. Okay, we're gonna have to go a different way because this part apparently leads to nothing. I'm actually not sure how many of these I need. Oh, that is not a way we want to go. Definitely not on day one, that's for sure. Okay, this was way more intensive than just finding sheep, but we can eat glowberries, we can eat bread, and we have a golden apple, which is perfect. I'm going to take those as well. And whilst we're here, let's turn our string into wool and then let's make a bed. And I think we're good to head back to the opening of the ravine and spend the night there. Gosh, that was scary. I set out in search of saplings first. There was a few trees at the bottom of the ravine, which I promptly cut down and looted for saplings. Then I began exploring nearby caves. I found some coal and enough iron for tools and armor before carrying on to gather deep slate. I found the weirdest village spawn kind of on the edge of the ravine a little ways away, where I found a spruce sapling, some seeds, and some emeralds. On my way back, I ran into a wandering trader where I was able to trade for a dark oak sapling, so I planted my saplings and bone mealed some more trees, as well as some more seeds and flowers. Okay, so here's the deal. First things first, we gotta get started on a house so that I actually have somewhere to live. I'm thinking we can get the frame and the foundation done today pretty easily. I've got a feeling that building this house is gonna require some digging into the ravine walls since we don't exactly have a lot of real estate to work with out here. I don't know though, I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to finish this frame and foundation first before I even think about digging into the ravine. Okay, looking good so far, but obviously this is not enough space for a house. So I'm going to connect up all of these pieces here to the wall, or at least try to, and then we'll have a better idea of where we need to dig out. Let's connect this one up to this one. Oh, gosh, this is maybe one of the most challenging ones yet so far. And I do recall seeing a creeper nearby. So let's keep an eye on that guy. Oh, he's coming over to say hi. Maybe we should deal with that. Oh my god. Why does that happen sometimes? Like, I feel like I got away quick enough and he still exploded on me. Like, that's unfair, honestly. That's not how it should work. All right, I'm gonna presume that looks good so far because I can't really see a thing from down here. But I do want to add some extra details to the underneath part just to make it look a bit more interesting because just big old stacks of oak log is not really giving what I want it to give. So let's add in some fences. Don't know why I said fences so confidently because those are clearly stairs. All right, then let's just pretty much do the same thing, building out this way. Whilst apparently struggling with the stairs as always. Goodness. Okay, is that correct? That must be correct. Honestly, not sure why I've decided to do this whole zigzaggy thing, because that is definitely making this stair thing a lot harder. Okay, this, and then I think we're just gonna have to build out lower so that I can get down here, and then do that, and then that, and then, is that good? 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of this one, get rid of this one, and that should be good. Oh my gosh. Building in a diagonal is harder than building in a circle in Minecraft, I think. Okay, now that's done. Let's build our way up here, and then when we get up there, oh, too far. Let's add some trapdoors. All right, that is the frame and the foundation done. Let's head to bed because it is about that time. All right, today is walls and roof day, and I think we can definitely breeze through this, especially since we already have the frame. I am kind of putting off digging out the side of this thing, but I will get to it, I promise. I just figured that it doesn't really matter if I do it now or when I finish the entire frame of the house, but I don't know. It may become a problem when we get into the roof portion, but we'll see. To be honest, I feel like this has turned out completely fine. I can basically just place stuff and the stone and andesite is actually not in the way, which is really helpful. So I don't actually have to break it down just yet, but I did realize that I've misplaced all of these wall pieces. I should have known when I placed this and realized it wasn't filling the gap, but anyways, let's place these on the right part of the roof. Another thing that's kind of nice about building into the ravine is actually not skeletons shooting at me, would you believe? More the fact, oh, it's right here. Second, please leave me alone to build. Anyways, as I was saying, another nice thing about building into the ravine is that I technically don't have to do the back part of the house because you are literally never going to see it. I pretty much just have to do like the front face of most of these builds, which is super, super handy. Oh, I thought I was going to fall much further right then, but you see, if I had mined away all of the stone and andesite, then I would have fallen a long way right then. So it's a good thing that I didn't. Oh goodness, my pickaxe is getting a little bit low. I'm gonna have to make a new one pretty soon. All right, let's get the rest of this roof filled in and then we should be good for the base of this house. Man, that sun always goes down so fast. And this might be the first time ever that I've actually placed down just whilst I'm building something. So make of that what you will. I think I'm just super conscious about there being lots of mobs nearby literally every second that I'm down here, so better to take precautions. And today we are doing exterior details, and I love doing exterior details because it's like the precursor to my favorite part, which is building the interiors. So we don't really have a lot to decorate out here, so I'm thinking just a few benches with some cute little flower pots besides them. There we go, that should do the job. And then finally, let's add in a little chimney. How am I gonna do this? That's probably fine. Then let's surround this with some trapdoors. Am I gonna get stuck in here? Oh, no. Then let's finish it off with a stone brick wall, if it will just let me place that on top, thank you. And then, yeah, okay, that should be good. And since we have a fair bit left of the day, it's probably a good idea to start mining away this stone. Okay, remember earlier when I said that I wouldn't have to build the backside of the house? I'm thinking I might have to kind of build the back and side part of the house because from the inside, this is looking a little bit crazy, but it's still less effort than having to build the entire house, I think. Actually, maybe not, because in most houses you don't have to spend so long carving away the walls. Anyways, let's get this done and then let's make it look a lot better in here so that we can start on interiors tomorrow. Okay, here's how the exterior is looking and here's what we'll be working with for the interiors. It's a little bit tight in here, but I think we can work with it. And then up here we've got a little bit of space for probably just the bedroom and some storage. Not a clue what I'm gonna do over here, but anyways, let's get to work on interiors. So let's start by making this area a dining room. And I know it's a little bit annoying that it's not centered, but I'm gonna balance it out with a plant in the corner and hope that it looks good. I would make it central, but then I feel like I'd have to double up the table and then the chairs would be right up against the sides and there'd be no room to walk back and forth because obviously we need to be able to do that. But yeah, I'm thinking if we add a plant here, it kind of balances the space a little bit and then we can add in some of these right here. Let's do this flower pot, this flower pot, this flower pot, and then we'll do this. And then I was gonna say, do we put a shelf over here? But I feel like that would just block this space too much and it will look too cluttered. So anyways, let's add in a couple of these so that we can hang a couple of these. And I think that will be our dining room done. Is that actually... That might be a bit annoying for me, actually. I feel like having them in a line like that makes it look a lot better. So this area here is going to be our living room, and I think this is going to be the kitchen. All right, this is a very tight kitchen, but it's fine. It's mostly for aesthetics, but all of these are storage, so whatever. We're going to just back away from here and get to work on the living room. So I'm going to keep it pretty straightforward and do like a TV stand type thing here, and then put a plant in this corner and a plant over here. Then we can add our couches like this, and then a little footstool, coffee table type thing in the middle. Then let's add a painting here to make it look like, I guess, a TV. Or, you know, just a conversation area with a lovely piece of art to look at. And obviously, let's light this place up. Okay, how are we looking? This feels... I don't know, it feels fine, but I feel like I could add a little bit extra just to make the space feel more curated. So I'm thinking a little entryway table here with a lovely flower to sort of break off this area. And then right here, we'll do a drop zone type thing with a little bench. And then a flower here. And then we'll do a rug here so that any spookies that spawn here can't get in. If the doors are open, that is. Let's add a light here and a light here. And I think that may be our downstairs finished. How cozy is that, actually? The kitchen is very small and it's a little bit sad, but other than that, I am loving this area. Oh, let's probably add a light there as well. So for the bedroom here, let's do a double bed, and we're only going to do one of these side tables because I just feel like if we add another one here, it like blocks the bed too much from this angle and it just doesn't look as good. And then all the way along here, we're going to do some cabinets and then cut out some holes above it so that we can add in some of these oak shelves. Then I was thinking right here, we could get away with doing a couple drawers and a desk just to add something a little bit more interesting to the room. Now let's turn these into bookcases and add in some actual books. And some lanterns. Hello, could I have that back, please? That is so frustrating. Now let's just surround this with some moss carpet, which looks super cute. And then let's add some hanging plants and other details. And there we go. I've added a bunch of these hanging planters and some lighting. And I think we have a pretty cozy setup here. I also changed up this back wall because it was just a bunch of stone and andesite. Oh, I feel like I should fix this as well. Gosh, I've really missed quite a lot. Oh. But then that's revealing some holes in my building. Okay, never mind. Let's put those back. Anyways, as I was saying, this area here doesn't really have a lot to work with furniture-wise. So I've just made it an area where we can come out, check out the outside, make sure nothing crazy is going on, and slowly walking back in because it is pretty scary outside. And on that note, we can say goodbye to our little bed over here and take our first proper sleep in our new home. But I should probably find Millie first because I can hear her, but I can't see. All right, we have Millie safely in the house. Now let's actually go to sleep. Okay, so we are starting to run devastatingly low on food, which means that we need to put a farm together. So similar to the house, we're going to have to start with a nice supporting frame and foundation. Okay, I was thinking this would look cool as like a floating structure, but I actually think it will look better if it sort of matches the house a bit more by having actual supports that reach the ground. Okay, that looks good so far, but I'm thinking what'll make it look even better is if we add in some stairs going to here instead of bringing it super square. And if you have no idea what I've just said, bear with me, I'm gonna show you. So let's... Oh, I need to place the stairs the other way. That is gonna be a little bit tricky actually. Well, that didn't work. There we go. Easy peasy. Then let's dig out a little bit more of this stone and then add in the trapdoor detail like we did with our house. Oh, that's not correct. Much better. So now all that's left to do is to fill this thing in with dirt, and then let's add in a couple stairs so that we can actually get up to the second level. And I think what we're going to have to do for these bits is go underneath and probably add in some trapdoors or something so that we can actually place some water, but we'll deal with that when it comes to it because first I need to add in a bunch of fencing. Now all we need to do is till the land and plant the seeds. I'm adding a small patch of carrots purely for the aesthetics because they just look cute with their little green tufts. But for the larger farm area, I'm prioritizing wheat since that's what I actually eat all the time. Special shout out to my trusty watering can for helping me fill the plots. And there we go, we are in less danger of completely starving to death. So there is not a lot of trees around to say the least. But luckily I have some saplings so we can get a little farm set up. I'm gonna plant some oak, dark oak and spruce to make sure that we're always stocked up, and with a farm I won't have to go wandering halfway across the world through all the ravines every time I need more wood hoping to find a few trees. I can just plant, chop, replant and repeat. So I'm thinking with this little platform here that we could add maybe like a little storage hut, somewhere to keep all of our wood and whatnot separately from everything else, close to where we'll be mining. But before we get to work on that, let's get all of this filled in with some dirt so that we actually have somewhere to plant the trees. There's no good having storage if we don't have trees to put in storage. So I'm literally just going to keep this like the simplest little hut you've ever seen. Let's add in a couple barrels just for a little bit of detail. It can still be simple and have detail. And then let's put up this side, but you know, preferably with the oak logs and not the barrels. Oh my goodness, that sun is going down fast as always. Why does it do that? I have so much to do in so little time. Now let's just add in a few of these and then fill in all these extra gaps with barrels. So that's our little storage hut done, and it's going to get covered up by all of these trees when they grow in, but at least it'll be super helpful when the trees do grow in. As suspected, you can't see the storage hut at all, but the tree farm looks great. Look at us go. I love when a plan comes together. Oh, that wasn't... No. That was my guy merely following me. Oh my goodness. Anyways, let's pretend that didn't happen. Now is the perfect time to head out for some more materials. So let's go harvest our trees and then get whatever else we need. I harvested and replanted my tree farm to top off my wood and leaves before delving back into the mines for tough stone, coal, iron, and diamonds. Once I'd upgraded my pickaxe, I grabbed some obsidian. I continued through various mine shafts gathering books before picking up some moss and calling it a day. So I'm definitely going to want to add some amethyst crystals later, which means we are going to need silk touch, which means we're going to need to be able to enchant. So let's get cooking on an enchant area. And for the enchantment area, I'm going with a bit of a sneaky design, on the outside at least. I'm going to build a faux exterior that kind of looks like a little castle just to mix up the builds a little and give the area some character. But for the actual enchantment setup, I'm just going to carve a big hole straight into the stone and tuck the enchantments. Or at least that's the plan. We'll see how that goes. So all the walls are pretty much done, but we have a little bit left of the day, so we just as well get this room here dug out, which is where we're actually going to keep the enchant table. All the extra bits that we built, we're just going to ignore, basically. And once we got this place cleared out, we can step back and actually check that what we've built here is looking good, because I haven't done that yet. All right, this is looking pretty cleared out to me. Let's add in our doors and let's check that what we've built here looks good. Okay, obviously no castle-like details yet, but we're looking good and we are on schedule. So let's head to bed. So I'm thinking today we should be able to get the exterior details and the roof done today. I'm just adding the little notch tops to really sell that classic tower castle type look. You know, the little down bits. Oh my goodness, my brain is refusing to remember what they're called. One sec, let me look it up. Okay, I looked it up and they're called crenellations apparently, and I'm not sure that's the word I was looking for in my mental dictionary, but yeah. I am placing all these crenellations along the walls and I think it's already making a huge difference. See, looking better already. I do think this is blending into the stone a bit too much, so let's add some wood accents. The warmth of the wood should help break up all the grey and give it a bit more texture, and also help tie it in with the other builds that are very much wood and not stone. Okay, so we're on the final stretch of this enchanting spot, and I think we can get all of the details done today, including the interiors, hopefully. We've only got a little bit more to do out here, so it should be easy. I'm thinking a cute little bench here would also look good. Just makes it obvious that there is a doorway here to something that isn't just stone. Well, it is stone right now, but there will be an enchantment area in here. Before we get started with the interiors though, let's finish the details on the outside by adding in a bunch of these mossy bricks and mossy cobblestone, and also pretty much covering this entire thing in leaves. So let's start the enchantment interior by adding the actual enchantment setup. Okay, well that's definitely more than enough bookcases. You're probably wondering what the heck I'm doing, but I just thought it'd be fun to do something a little bit more chaotic because I feel like most of my interiors are pretty uniform and straightforward, so why not mix it up a little? Oh, do I want to move that back one? I think I do. I was also thinking, since we have a fake exterior, that we should do a little bit of a fake interior too. So I'm gonna cut out some holes. I guess technically we could go through here and actually make it an extra room, but we're not going to do that. We're going to create fake windows. So let's add a lantern in here, then cover this up with our glass, and then the same on the other side. Then let's add in some of these for shelves, and I know it's covering the window, but that's absolutely fine. Let's also do one of these here, and that's probably good for shelves. Maybe we'll do some across here. Oh, I have some doors. 1 second. So I have these secret doors that just look like bookshelves, and they're super good for making it look like you have more bookshelves when you actually don't. I am not sure if I'm loving this situation though, so let me get rid of those. Now let's add some flower pots. Oh, I've placed that on the wrong part, haven't I? No, why is that wrong? Okay, there we go. Let's also add a flower pot down here and then one on top of here. And I guess one right here as well. Now let's add a few candles and a few book stacks. And let's add a final cobweb. And I think that is our enchantment area done. We don't exactly have enough levels to enchant at the moment, but we will soon. And I love how this room turned out. So I'm thinking all of this parkour to get between buildings is getting pretty ridiculous. So I'm thinking today we just add a really simple bridge across here and join it up to our staircase here. So I'm gonna keep this bridge nice and simple. Just gotta build up these supports first, making sure it's sturdy, and then I'll use slabs and stairs to fill in the base. Nothing too fancy, but enough to make it feel like a proper functional little crossing. And once the main shape is done, I'll probably add in some railings and a few details to make it blend into the surroundings a bit more. But for now, we just need the actual bridge. And now I've got to this bit, I'm gonna add in our stairs. All right, that is a much better way to get between the enchantment house and our house. We're still gonna have to add in a few more bridges, just not quite yet. So I'm also noticing that once noon has passed, it gets pretty dark around here. And to be honest, it's pretty dark in the morning until noon comes about. So basically when it's not noon, it is very dark down here. I think we've been very lucky in that there are some caves and the mine shaft where a lot of the spooky guys are hiding out that are much darker than this ravine. But it doesn't hurt to be safe. There is no need to fret though. I won't be leaving these torches here for too long. I will be replacing them later because they are not the vibe. Also, I don't remember if I showed off the exterior of the enchant area, but how cute is this? In case I didn't. But anyways, the sun is due to go down very soon and I am parkouring even though I just made this bridge. Anyways, let's head to bed and then we can head out for more materials tomorrow. I continued maintaining my tree farm to top off my wood and leaves. Then I headed out for stone, deep slate, and coal. I also got some more iron. I then managed to upgrade / repair a few of my tools and mine as many ores as possible to get my levels up, especially lapis for the enchant table. Okay, so we finally have enough levels to try and get silk touch, so wish me luck. And I pretty much only have one more try because of my levels here, so let's hope and pray. Oh my goodness, guys, that was so close. I almost put that on my stone axe instead of my pickaxe. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have a fresh diamond pickaxe that also has efficiency and unbreaking, which is great. And then we also have our normal pickaxe for stuff that we don't want to silk touch. And I guess whilst we're here, we can also enchant our... Is that a joke? How did I try that many times? And then I literally get silk touch right here. That's crazy. Anyways, I don't really want to put silk touch on that. I guess we'll just go for efficiency for now. And then on this, we'll do unbreaking 3. And then that should... Or not. Okay, I thought it would also put efficiency on it or something, but either way, that is great. And this is probably the perfect time to mention that we're accumulating a lot of junk. So let's make a dedicated storage area. I can't imagine we're going to get much of this storage area up today, but it is still worth getting started. So just building out this little foundation type area here, and then tomorrow we'll get started properly. So today's plan is to keep pushing forward with the storage area, and I'm thinking we can get the entire base structure finished, but the exterior details might have to wait until tomorrow. Function first, then we can focus on making it look good. I say as I'm technically adding details to this little bridge thing, but pretend you don't see me doing this. Anyways, now let's actually get started on the frame of this storage hut. I love when a frame is just this easy. I feel like sometimes the frame is the hardest part because I've basically got to figure out what kind of shape house I want without building up the walls and stuff. But that is easy and great. So let's fill in the walls. Okay, listen. I know I said I wanted to get the functional stuff out the way first, but I am gonna do some details right now. So I'm just going to add in some of these outside of the windows. It's just easier to do this before I add in the walls, that's all. See, now that the flowers are in, we can move along with the walls. And now what am I going to do with the walls, you ask? That is a great question. That's actually not what I want to do with the walls. So let me just get rid of that. Switch those out for those. And then we'll fill in the windows like this. the windows here as well. So let's do that. And now let's go to the safety of the inside of this thing and add in the windows here. And then for all of these walls, because we are very safely like in a hole, basically, we can get away with just building this part outside of the frame that we've already built. And that way we should have a little bit more space to put our storage stuff. All right, today is the day that we finish off our storage hut, and I am so glad to see that we have visitors. Hello, sir. How may I help you? Oh, I really thought that he would just be here waiting for me. I do need to get around here though, so please. Oh, that's really not a place that I want to be shooting something or being in a shootout with something at. Okay, there we go. Crisis averted. Anyways, let's get this roof filled in and then we can get to work on the interiors because we have already done the exterior details. Actually, that's a lie. We are not completely done with the exterior details. I don't know why I said that. So stay tuned to see the rest of those. Okay, final details. Can anyone guess what they might be without looking at my hotbar? Oh, what do you mean you got it? It's cover this thing in leaves and also hang some lanterns. And just like that, we have a dedicated storage area. This is what I've done inside, but then I realized I need my fancy tables and also some furnaces. So let's break these down and also break some of this down. So let's start by making this a little bit more M-esque. So we're gonna add in some of those and then the basics right here. And then we're going to fill in the back with my trusty cabinets. I love these things so much. And another thing that I love, these pillar trims. I just feel like it wouldn't be an M build without these trims because I use them in literally everything. Like, it already looks way better in here. And now for finishing touches, let's put one of these pots here and then maybe another one of these here just to add extra flowers, more color. Then, oh yeah, we need to change these to something other than a blank bookcase. That look good? Yeah, okay. I feel like that looks good. And finally, I'm just adding a few furnaces to the ceiling because you never know when you're going to need to smelt a lot of stuff. To be honest, I usually smelt a lot of stone, so it's good to have extra furnaces, you know? Anyways, that is our storage area done. All of these double up as storage as well, so that's super cool. Now this place is functional and cute. Okay, can you guess what I'm gonna say we need next? A bridge? Oh my god, you are so right. Imagine I die. Oh my gosh. Remind me to never do that kind of thing for the bit ever again. That was so scary. But yeah, we need a bridge to the storage hut, and I think it makes sense to have this one connecting the storage hut to the house. And I want everything to feel cohesive and easy to navigate, so having this second bridge trailing off from the first bridge we built will tie everything together nicely. I honestly can't wait for this to be done so that there's no more awkward jumping around to get to where I need to go. I am choosing to ignore the fact that I don't have an easy path to any of my farms yet, but it's coming, I promise. Okay, so the main part of the bridge is done, but it's obviously looking a little bit boring. So I'm thinking we add some details like we did to the bottom of the farm and the house structure. Okay, let's add this type of trapdoor all the way along here. And then I guess we'll use this to build our way along. Okay, yeah, I feel like that works. And then up here, we're going to use these trapdoors to decorate the sides of this. Okay, yeah. I like that. Let's try and do that all the way along the bridge. All right, that is looking much more interesting and just much better than it did before. Let's get back up there and let's add some leaves to it because it is a lot of wood that I'm seeing all in one area. So let's just do some leaves here. We'll bring them sort of down under as well. Let's add a few here. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to go back underneath and sort of build up so that we can build down, if that makes sense with the leaves. And there we go, that is our second bridge complete. All right, so I think today we should get some sort of dedicated mine entrance sorted out. And I want this to be a big mine, so there is a good chance that this project might spill over into tomorrow. But that does mean more time to make it look cool. This edition is gonna involve a lot of digging though, just endless stone removal. So bear with me here, guys. It is not the most exciting part, but it is quite relaxing to just switch my brain off and just dig for a while. And trust me, once we get past all of the digging, we can start making it look like a proper mine entrance instead of just a massive hole in the side of the ravine. And hopefully all the digging will turn out to be absolutely necessary, and the final product will just be so incredible you guys cannot believe your eyes. I really want to say we're almost there, but we are really not almost there. I'm just leveling out the roof here now, and then I'll take a little step back and show you guys where I would say we're about halfway done. I just want to get rid of this bit here, and I know you might be thinking, that is a lot of work and pretty unnecessary. I'm going to do it anyway. I am a little bit worried though, because there is obviously the entrance to the literal mine shaft here, and there is a few scary things hanging about in there. So maybe I should take a little look. Oh, maybe they'll come to me. Is it just you two? I think it is. Okay, that is good to know. Now the question is, am I going to be mining around that? Yes, I think I actually just want to get rid of the mine shaft in general. So let's just break all of these blocks and then we'll cover it up with some stone later, I guess. Oh, I guess technically I should be mining this out with my silk touch pick, because I like to use like stone bricks and everything, and that would save me a lot of time smelting. But am I gonna switch? Probably not. I'm just worried that I'm gonna use up all of my silk touch pick before I get the chance to go get amethyst or anything else I might need. Okay, I may have gotten a bit carried away. That is absolutely fine though, because that means we have more space to work with. I think this is probably a good time to head to bed though. Oh my gosh, I've been wondering where Millie is for ages, and she's stuck under this table. I feel like she always gets stuck under tables. And also, does she have the chair in her mouth? I think she does. Of course she does. Why would she not have the chair that was keeping her under the table in her mouth? Should I expect to get that back anytime soon, or do foxes never drop what they're holding in their mouth? Because I can't say I've ever seen Millie drop anything. Drop it. I mean, that looked like she is going to drop it, but she's not going to. She's just going to enjoy eating that for the rest of eternity. So let's head to bed, and maybe we can make another chair in the morning before we finish off the mine entrance. I wonder if I right click her maybe? Oh, that is not really what I wanted. Oh my gosh. This is literally like me in real life trying to get my dog to drop something. All right, since Millie doesn't want to give up the chair, let's just place a new one. And yeah, let's head back out to the mine entrance and see what we can do with it. Millie, are you coming? Nope, she's chewing her chair. So yeah, as I suspected, it did spill over into the next day, but that's okay. We can get the entrance design sorted today and then do the interiors once we have some more resources. Okay, that's this side of the sort of frame done, I guess. So let's get all of this stripped down to, well, stripped spruce wood. And then we can move on to the other side. Oh no, can't reach. There we go. And now let's pretty much do the same thing on the other side. Oh, yeah, more scary things. Where is that one? Am I blind? Ah! Oh my gosh. Apparently, yes. Oh my gosh, and I'm bad at parkour. Oh. My goodness. Okay, anyways, back to this, pretending that didn't happen. Where are they coming from? All right, now let's add some details to these things so that they no longer look like just random stacks of logs. Let's add in a couple of these, preferably not there. Let's put them in the right place. Good job, Em. And then down here, let's do fence gate, one of these, a couple more fence gates, one of them. Oh, classic me not even looking what I'm placing. There we go. Let's add a couple more fence gates, one of these, and you guessed it, a couple more fence gates. Let's also add some extra details around the bottom here. Let's do normal fences, just to, you know, switch it up a little bit. And then let's add palisades around here. Is that what they're even called? Yes, it is. I'm also feeling like we could benefit from changing up some of these corner pieces to barrels and trying not to fall off the edge because there is a scary guy down there waiting for us. Let's also change out this block for a barrel and then these corners too. Oh, this guy really wants to get me. You can't reach me, but I can reach you. Okay, looking a little better. Now let's just add in a few of these sideways barrel things that look a little bit different to the normal barrels. And also maybe a bunch of these crafting tables, just because I feel like they fit the vibe. And I think we could probably do the same over here by adding some of these fancy barrels and some of these. Okay, nice. I feel like that's giving mine entrance type vibes. The last thing that I want to do here is add some of these lovely fairy lights. Let's do here to... Oh, am I going to be able to reach? I feel like no. I wish this would stay attached when I switch to a different block. It doesn't make sense that it would, but I just wish it would, you know? Let's also connect here to... Oh my gosh, I can't reach. Okay, let's try that again. Let's connect here to here. And without looking at my inventory or my right hand, can you guess what the final step of this decoration is? No way! How did you guess that I was gonna place a bunch of leaves all over this thing next? I know I do this all the time and I joke about it, but it really does make pretty much every build to just cover the thing in leaves. Like, wow, this area here looks a bit boring. Let me just... And now it just instantly looks way better. All right, this should be the last few leaves that I'm gonna place, and then we can head to bed and then head out for materials tomorrow. How cool is that? It's completely not functional at Oh my gosh, I couldn't move quick enough. I definitely felt fight or flight right then, and my body's answer was freeze, apparently. There's a little one coming from. Oh, this is not good. Let me get inside where it's safe. Okay, where's that little one? Because I feel like he's still out there. Oh, no. Thank you very much. Anyways, as I was saying, completely not functional, but it looks great. Anyways, bedtime. Millie, do not tell me you are stuck under the table. This time I'm gonna stand right next to the chair so she doesn't eat. Oh, actually, you know what? She still has the other chair in her mouth, so I don't think I have to worry about that. Ugh, what a fox. Oh my goodness, I just came down to check something and she is there again. All right, good night. I ran across a lone pair of sheep in the ravine, so I lured them back and tucked them away somewhere safe. Over the next couple of days, I kept returning to breed and shear them, and between shearing the sheep, I also did some tree farm nonsense to top off my wood and some mining for coal and iron. Okay, we are back and it is mine interior time. So the first thing I'm gonna do is start building out this way and eventually pop out into the cave that is just behind here somewhere. Mainly because this technically isn't a mine entrance and I covered up the entrance to the mine shaft, but I want the entrance to be down here, so I'm gonna create an entrance to a cave. Scary, so I feel like we should probably start moving towards that. All right, that's the cave part done. Now let's get back to the other part, which should be a little bit safer and less scary sounding. So let's start by changing these out here for some of these stairs. Oh, actually, maybe I'll bring the stairs out to here. And then let's bring this out like this. And then we'll replace these with polished andesite. Then I'm thinking we go for a little bit of like a random design for the floor here, and then add in some cobbled deep slate. Then we'll do slabs here, slabs there, and slabs here. Okay, I feel like that's already looking pretty good, so I'm just gonna add in these, and I'm not gonna make them go all the way back. They're pretty much just here for aesthetics, so just gonna make it look like there is like an actual mine entrance here. Now if we just add in some of these oak logs and then some fences to look like it's being supported and whatnot, like a normal mine shaft type thing. Maybe we could do spruce fence gate in the middle here. Okay, I like that. Let's add in a mine cart. Oh, no. Come back. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. No, get me out of here. No. Okay, that was a little bit of a nightmare. I do think the scary things are pretty safely in the caves and whatnot, but just in case, let's add in a few bits of lighting along here, just to make sure they don't spawn in our little walkway here. And then I was thinking there is actually not that much like sort of dirt and grass around here. It's just like this middle strip and it's separated by this water. So I was thinking if we added in a bunch of dirt, it could make it look a little bit more like alive, I guess. And I'm hoping because all of this dirt is attached to this grass right here that eventually it will all turn. I may need to go in and add in a bunch of like torches and stuff though, so that it actually turns. I'm assuming it works the same way that like crops would work, but I don't know. Then I'm thinking we run along here and add in the dirt path, and I do have a little bit of a feeling that I'm going to regret this because it's disconnecting all of the dirt from the grass, but I do have my silk touch pick, so I can always just get some grass and attach it to all these pieces that aren't changing if I need to. Is that enough dirt path? I feel like yes. In the meantime, let's add in some leaves. Surprise, surprise. And let's also cover this corner. And I was thinking maybe we could get a tree or two to grow in here. I'll go with just one for now and then see what else we can fit. I think we need some flowers too. So let's do these here. Maybe one of them, one of these, and one of these. Couple of these maybe. Hang on. I really just want to bone meal this, but I can't do that until it turns to grass. So I guess we've got to wait it out. Okay, I added some extra grass blocks and also some lighting, so hopefully that's enough to get it all to start turning. But for now, I guess we wait. And just for now, imagine all of this dirt is grass. And yeah, I feel like this is a really cute mine entrance, even if it technically isn't a mine entrance. So I'm thinking whilst we wait for the grass to grow in, we build Millie a house, because I hardly ever build a house for Millie and I think she needs one. Mostly so I don't have to keep worrying about her getting stuck under the table. So I'm just gonna work on building up the actual, I guess, the facade of Millie's house first. Oh, I really want to place this here, please. Thank you. Nope, not facing that way. There we go. Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm building the facade of Millie's house and then I'm going to go in and dig into the wall so there's actually a little bit of space to work with here. I'm not going to go too big with this because Millie is very tiny after all, but I can't make any promises because I didn't really expect to go as big as I did with the mine entrance, but I clearly did. So it should be good now to just replace the floor with all of these trapdoors. And you know what? I just realized I'm going to have to go back one further because I need to change this to something other than stone. Probably some spruce planks. Oh no, I have to do the ceiling as well. Well, I mean, I don't have to, but it would be good to do that. I can't just make a really cute house for myself and then not make the effort for Millie. All right, good morning. Let's get these walls filled in. Sorry, I got confused about where I was because this isn't my usual order of things. Usually I do the walls like pretty much first, but this time I'm doing them last. Why does this look weird? Oh, I need to strip this. That's why it looks weird. Okay, cute. That looks good. Okay, interior wise, we're gonna keep it cute and simple. I say that, but to be honest, this is probably a lot going on for just a fox. Oh, almost forgot to change the bed sheets. How cute are those? Let's add one of these to the bedside table here. Then one there and one there. And then one of these here. Oh, actually, let me try this and this just to break up the pink a little bit. And then maybe that. Then we'll use the carpets here and here. Okay, looking cute. Now let's give this place some extra light. And then Millie's food and water bowls. I think that might be Millie's place done. I think we're looking really good, but now we've got to figure out a way to get her up here that isn't this waterfall, because I'm pretty sure she won't be able to climb up this. I also can't guarantee that she's gonna follow me over here, but I'm gonna give it a go. Can you climb the water? Please say yes. It's not looking good, is it? Oh, maybe? 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 No way. Is she doing it? I think she's trying, but she's failing. Okay, fine. I guess I'll build you a staircase. Almost crushed her head then. Oops. All right, Mills, are you ready to try and follow me? Please say yes. Are you doing it? Okay, she's doing it. Please don't fall off the edge. We'll wait for her to catch up. Millie, please do not sit down right now. Maybe if I keep moving, she'll keep following. Millie, thank you. All right, grand reveal time. What do you think? She says yum, 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 yum. And also, but there's no tables for me to get stuck under. Exactly. Exactly, Millie. So now Millie is safely in our little house. Let's make our way down and move on to our next task, which is actually heading out for more materials. Would you believe? I spent the next chunk of time crawling through lush caves for dirt, bone meal, and drip leaves. Once that was done, I topped off my coal and iron and headed back home. Okay, so I've been doing a lot of stuff within the ravine, but I've been neglecting the bottom of the ravine. So I think that's what we're going to do today. We're going to give the bottom some attention. We're going to bone meal the water. And we're going to add in some drip leaves and all that good stuff. Okay, already I feel like that looks a lot better. Everything's obviously more 3D. I guess everything was looking just way too flat before, but this looks super cool. I'm definitely going to do the same thing to the rest of the water parts, but for now I'm just going to go around and add in pretty much dirt all over this stone because I just think there is way too much stone and it will look a lot better if some of this is grass. As we wait for all of that to turn into grass, let's use our trusty watering can to technically bone meal the floor. Oh, no, I need that. Gosh, that was close. Oh, that looks scary down there. Actually, to be completely honest, it's probably scarier up here because there's a lot of light down there, which means probably no mobs. Gosh, is that the sun going down already? Of course it is. All right, good morning again. We are out here placing some of these drip leaves. Decorating definitely ran a little bit longer than I intended, but it's absolutely fine. To be honest, I probably could have worked through the night, but I just didn't fancy having to dodge a lot of scary things. So here we are. working into the next day. Whoa. It definitely feels good to be able to get up here and just see that everything is coming together really nicely. Is Millie still in the house? I think that's Millie there taking a nap. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so the decorating is done, but long story short, I need to go and get more materials again. I spent the next couple of days just mindlessly planting and collecting and replanting all of my trees. I also snagged some more iron and coal, but mostly I farmed trees. So many trees. So while I was decorating down the bottom, I was definitely doing some fun parkour type stuff to get back up. So I definitely think we're going to need some paths to lead us up to the bottom. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Lead us up from the bottom. Okay, so I know this technically isn't leading from the bottom, but it should make the journey up here a little bit easier. Because before I would have to go like all along the bottom here and then up around here just to get back onto the bridge. So this should shorten our journey a little bit. And if not, it'll look cute. This isn't looking very cute though. Let me just adjust this. Okay, I feel like that's probably enough bridge. It does feel a little bit pointless, but it does, like I said, eliminate this bit here to get us up onto the bridge. But we still have to sort of jump around these areas down here, which isn't ideal. But I feel like making a bridge that sort of curves down and attaches up here, it's just not gonna look good. And speaking of looking good, I'm thinking we should probably add some details to match the other parts of the bridge because it's looking a little bit plain right now. Oh, that's not the right thing. Let's just add these all around the base. And then that should line up with maybe, do I need a block here maybe? Yeah, okay, I think that looks good. And then we can also add this detail here if we put that there, so that's good too. Oh, that's not good though. Oh my goodness, please just go in the right place. Thank you. And is that right? That is right, sorry. Anyways, and now we just need to connect this part to this part. Then we'll do this, and I've just realized that is not even in the right place. There we go. That is now trapdoors exactly where they're meant to be. Let's just finish by joining these parts up as if I'm one trapdoor short. I'm just going to use that one because, to be honest, you cannot even tell. And there we go. It's kind of hard to see from this angle anyway, but the bridge now matches the other bridges. And I apparently still have to do some funky stuff to get up. But it does shorten our journey a little bit. Oh, wait, what have I done? Why can I not get up there now? Have I got to go around this bit? Oh gosh, okay. I guess this is still a little bit parkoury, but at least this part is much easier. Like getting back on the bridge, right? That definitely wasn't a waste of time at all, right? Okay, no, I actually think even though it's a small detail, it does add to the area to have something like trailing off of the side. So on that note, I hear something scary, so I'm just gonna make my way safely back to the bridge. And let's get back to our house to prepare for tomorrow. So the idea here is to make a sort of grand reception area where if I were to have guests, then there would be space here. It kind of makes me laugh every time I do one of these videos because I'm preparing for imaginary guests and there are never any guests apart from one time. But this is single player, so would you guys please be my guest at these imaginary events? And please let me know down below if you would come to my Ravine party because this world is so lonely. Sorry, that sounded really sad. I promise I absolutely love building these things. And in the back of my mind, I know that you guys are watching and supporting and it makes it all worth it. But please come to my Ravine party. Anyways, this great haul for our Ravine party that you are all definitely coming to is going to require a lot of digging because let's be honest, there's just no way we can fit anything that could reasonably be called great, in size at least, into the open part of the ravine as it is. I mean, right now there's barely enough space for a medium haul, let alone a great one. So breaking lots and lots of stone it is. At this point, I feel like I should just embrace my fate as a full-time miner because every project in this ravine seems to require a lot of digging. But at least once it's done, we'll have a massive space worthy of a proper celebration. Okay, so I just said all of that stuff about great haul versus medium haul or whatever, and I still don't think this is big enough. It's really not giving great haul at all. So I think we're gonna have to get back in here with our pickaxe and our shovel and get this thing dug out just a little bit more. Okay, I feel like that is giving more grand great haul vibes, right? Also, thank goodness for my silk touch pick because it meant that I could just replace all of the dirt and stuff with stone really easily. So I'm just finishing up adding in all of these. I made a mistake. But yeah, I am adding in all of these oak logs, and they're gonna be like supports, making it look like this place is not gonna fall on our heads. I feel like I maybe could have gone ahead and made the ceiling a little bit taller, but there is like a mine shaft right above us, so I feel like that would have been chaotic to do. So we're going to keep it as it is for now, mostly because I just don't want to mine anything else. And we're going to replace all of this stone here with some bookshelves. And I know this is meant to be a great hall, and when I think of great hall, I kind of think of Harry Potter and, you know, like the big area with the tables and whatnot. But still a place with a lot of tables for people to hang out together and eat and celebrate, you know, because all of you guys are coming to my Ravine party, right? Right? Okay, the walls are looking pretty good so far, but before we move on to actually decorating this place, we should probably fill in the floor. I'm just now realizing I could have made this place taller by digging downwards instead of upwards, avoiding the mineshaft, but we've already done it now, and we're here and we're filling in the floor, so there's no use worrying about that now. Alright, nice. That's the floor and the ceiling done. I don't know why I looked at them in that order, but anyways, let's add some of these pillar trims to all of these pillars, and this might be one of the only times that I'm using these things for what they're intended for. I feel like those look a little bit chunky, so I'm gonna go through and maybe change it to that type. It's still a little bit chunky, but just not as much. Yeah, okay, I think that looks a lot better, so let's add these to all of the other posts, and then, I don't know, I'll figure out what I'm gonna do next. Oh yeah, I was thinking I could place these couches in these gaps here, just so there's like a little lounge area if you don't want to sit at the table and whatnot. Let's do the same on the other side. Then for the actual tables, I'm just gonna place them in between the lights that I've placed already. And now let's add our chairs, preferably facing the correct way though. Then in these gaps here, I'm just going to add in some tables and then chairs here to kind of give that library vibe that I was talking about. Pretty much this is just an area where you can do absolutely anything apparently. I'm also going to change these middle couches to green just so it's not too much of the same going on, if that makes sense. All right, I think that's the base of this room done. Now we just need to really bring it to life by adding some extra decorations. Final touches here, and I would say that is our great hall done. It's crazy how much just adding a bit of lighting and then just like a couple extra sort of clutter details just really make everything look a lot better. Maybe I'll go get Millie down from her tower so that she can enjoy this space with me, and I'm no longer all on my own. All right, Millie, tell me what you think. Oh my god, it's so great. Thank you, Millie. I thought the same, actually. So I was thinking today we could finally get these paths connected to Millie's house and the food farm. I honestly should have done this a lot sooner, but here we are, we're doing it now. I'm also thinking we should add some covered sections along the way, because if it starts raining, the last thing we need is a slippery pathway this high up. Millie is already notorious for just throwing herself off of things, and I'd rather not go sliding off the edge behind her. Plus, some little covered walkways will add a cozy touch, so it's both practical and cute, and we love that here. So we're all connected up and we've got our posts marked out. So let's make sure all of these are 3 tall so that we can start adding in our little roofed areas. I feel like covering these areas is gonna be a little bit difficult because placing the bridge itself is already quite difficult in the way that I need to make it look good, but also go in the right direction. That's what I'm trying to say. Could I just get away with leaving it like that? Does that look okay? I don't know. Let me see. You know what? I feel like that kind of works. It just kind of follows the shape of the path anyway, so it like looks normal. Ooh, but how do I connect it up to this bit? Do I just do like one long piece? Okay, a little bit funky, but I do think it's working. Now, should I connect it up to this bit or should I make this a whole new thing? Maybe I should make this one a whole new thing. I can't reach. Oh, I can reach. Okay, I feel like that looks good. Still a little funky, but I have just the thing that's gonna fix everything. Can you guess what it is? No way! Add leaves all over this thing. How did you guess? See, there is nothing a bunch of leaves and some lanterns can't fix. The sun is starting to go down, but I have a few slabs left over, so I'm thinking I should connect up this bridge to our Great Hall. Ah, oh my gosh, okay. I thought I was gonna fall. Sorry, I preemptively screamed. Okay, that's that bridge done. It looks great. The only thing that I'm not connected to properly is the tree farm, which is a little bit annoying, but I feel like adding another bit of bridge here might be too much, potentially. But in the meantime, this is how I'm getting to and from the farm. So these torches have been doing a lovely job at keeping me pretty safe throughout this entire thing, but it's time to clear them all out and replace them with something a little bit nicer because torches are pretty ugly. What is that? Oh my gosh, a chicken. Is that a chicken? Why does it look so weird? Hello? Oh, that's the beak. Okay, it looked like a very angry animal. Anyways, back to getting rid of all of these lanterns. Nope, not lanterns. What are they called? Gonna come to me. Torches. Let's get rid of all of these torches. Ah! Oh, I thought there was a creeper, but I think it was just the sound of me walking over the grass. Okay, I can't recreate the sound, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't a creeper because I didn't just explode, so must have been the grass. Ah! Oh, it happened again. I'm just on edge now. I'm getting rid of all of the torches and I'm expecting to immediately die. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm literally just going to add some lanterns to the top of these because I don't want it to feel too crowded in the middle here because there is already a lot going on. As I'm doing this though, in hindsight, I probably should have left all of the torches around the edges because I'm actually not planning on putting any lights around there. So I don't know. I guess we only have a few days left. So if it gets scary down there, that is none of my business. I did just hear a skeleton though. Finally, we are at the final detail days and it's both a relief and also a little bit sad because these days are pretty easy, but that does mean we're almost done with the build and I'm having so much fun and I don't want it to end. So I've just added in a bunch more grass because I wanted to plant some trees and just make it feel a little less grey down here. So I just got done planting the trees and bone mealing them and realized I've forgotten the whole reason that I got Silk Touch. I thought it would be cute to have a bunch of like amethyst shards about the place and that's why I got the Silk Touch if you remember, since that was so long ago. So let's do a slight detour because we have a little bit of time and try and find a geode. I'm pretty sure this is the block that usually has a geode. Yep. Okay, it is. That is great news. Oh, my inventory is full. Oh, a diamond. Yay. Oh, of course. I just mined it with my Silk Touch. Let's try that again. Yay, a diamond. Anyways, we're not here for diamonds and we actually just don't need any more diamonds. So let me just get into this geode. Are you going to open up for me? Oh, thank you. Oh, I lost a crystal. So let's just grab all of these that we can and then hopefully we find maybe another geode on the way back and we can have lots and lots of amethyst shards just to break up all of the wood and the leafiness that we have going on. Okay, so I actually couldn't find many of these, so I'm thinking the place that this makes sense the most is the enchantment area, so I'm just gonna make this area here have all the amethyst cluster stuff going on, because I feel like if I put them here and then just like randomly about the place, it's gonna look random, and that's not really what we want. We want it to look like everything has a purpose, so I'm just gonna add, like I said, all of the amethyst shards here and hopefully it looks cute. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I wanted it to kind of look like the amethyst was taking over a little bit, like all of the magic going on was causing this. But yeah, I think we can safely say that is our final details done. And I would say we've done a pretty good job. The wind whistled through the ravine stone corridor and the wooden bridges creak in the morning air. From our house carved into the rock to the farms with their swaying crops and the steady glow of the lanterns, we have not only survived, but thrived in our cozy ravine home. I am Em, this is Millie, and you have all been amazing. And if you like this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button so I can see you in the next video.